Hi everyone, I'm going to be rewriting my webcomic that I made when I was 12, so yeah. Alright, so we're going to be rewriting my webcomic that I made when I was 12, which was 1.5 years ago. Very long ago, I know. So much time has passed, but we've already got a bit of the world building here, so while I'm typing you can kind of focus on that. We've got, Coral doesn't matter, ignore him. We have 5 characters, basically, that are, like, important. And, yeah. I might just read through it real quick. So, we've got the characters, which are Think, who is a, ecstatic, energetic, often annoying, and he hates water and using his powers because his powers are water focused. Leek is a fire soul. He is mute, but not including his voice, which he doesn't have. He is very quiet, he's submissive, and he doesn't really think on his own. Scorch is very commanding, rude, and he's excitable. He's got a lot of energy too. Lone is very kind. She's lighthearted. She likes to make jokes and stuff. She's not serious, and she's hopeful. She's hopeful for everything and anything. Adhuck, who is the antagonist, whoa, had no idea. He's sly. He's very vengeful, and he overreacts. And Coral, who doesn't really matter much, he was kind, he sees, the best in people. And then we have, the demons. We got the species. Fire souls are fire demons, and their animal forms are dogs, and they have fire powers, and they're led by Scorch. They're very powerful. Their leading is very assertive, and they inhabit the land of Ignis, which is Latin for fire. I know, I'm so awesome. Water dwellers are water demons. They have cat-like forms, water powers, and were led by Coral before he died. They're very peaceful, the way they rule, and they don't really get into wars. They were completely wiped out other than Think. And they inhabit the land of Aqua. I think it's Aqua, but whatever. Angels are what you'd expect from an angel. They're known to be kind. They basically have powers. I guess they're they're form, because these guys have animal forms. They have more you know what a biblically accurate angel looks like, right? That's what they look like. I guess they're all kind of different though, but they have a monarchy. They're very strict with their ruling, and they're led by whoever Lone's parents are, and they inhabit Sanctum. And all 3 factions live in harmony. Sanctum is the biggest, Ignis is the smallest. There are minimal wars between the 3. Let's start the story. So I guess let's get rid of that. Oh my god, the video on my phone is crazy. Story.
Oh yes, indeed, talking about the important things. There is something vaguely rainbow representing, must be the gay agenda. And also the straight pride flag stuff. You know why it doesn't exist? Is because we have never needed one. You know, the fact that it doesn't exist is kind of a privilege. It's Facebook? No. Racism is okay as long as it's directed towards white people. Velma, HBO, Scooby-Doo, oh my god.
I think a detail that isn't really touched on is that canonically, because there was a little side comic panel thing I made that wasn't part of the actual series, but it does kind of contain a biblically accurate angel, and the only angel we see in the comic doesn't have that. I think angels are kind of able to switch between their two forms, and they can probably switch into others, I think. Now, let's add this. They're just like, their natural forms are their animal forms. They don't have like angels don't have much of a like set form. They aren't like, maybe they're just born as a ball of light and they just choose whatever the fuck they want to do. So they formed a pact. I don't want to say that. Formed a agreement. They didn't wage war against each other. I guess like larger wars against, because like they're gonna have the occasional like fight and threat of nuclear bombs. The angels would give them the privilege of humanoid forms. Alright, that's something that really, really matters. I guess it was kind of like a spell or something.
Financial expectations on the same level. Isn't that beautiful? Medical journal floats concept of using brain-dead women as surrogates through whole body gestational donation. I can think of at least 3 things wrong with this. Let's lucky me, the top comment is from a nurse. Let's see what they have to say about this absolute.
Okay.
I am a nurse that takes care of patients that are pronounced brain-dead.
Okay, so there's 3 factions, which means 3 leaders. Which, at the beginning of the story, and the end of the story, I guess, the leaders were, because Coral's dead, Coral, Scorch, and Lone's parents. So, I guess we'll just say okay.
This isn't something I see as a viable option. And then we have a few edits, like addressing some questions stuff in the comments, but that seems to be the gist of it. Like, they probably wouldn't survive long enough. The body doesn't even usually intake to support a baby, and it's also expensive. And like the question of consent and all that stuff is kind of a little bit up in the air. It's kind of a little bit yikes, isn't it?
So
One of those articles that just tosses out a solution.
I don't want to make this an Avatar ripoff because I feel like that's what it's gonna end up sounding like. Coral. We're gonna change that.
Oh.
Okay, so something to note, everyone's immortal, but they're not invincible. They can be like stabbed to death. Has later. So, what are we gonna do next? because I know there's other things we should probably take into consideration. So Ad Hoc was born. So hybrids between like angels and demons aren't very good to basically their society and stuff. Like, there are people who don't really care, but like a lot of, specifically like angels, they don't like hybrids. And something I'm gonna note, like, I'm gonna hybrids. Parents, looked down upon. If Fire Soul hybrid will resemble Fire Soul. If Water, their angel hybrid will resemble angel. So like dominant genes and stuff, I guess. Anyway, so like I think you're less likely to keep so like if you're an angel and you decided to hook up with a random ass fire soul and you have a baby and you're like, oh holy shit, I have to abandon this baby, you're gonna do it. But if you hooked up with a random water dweller, which you probably didn't because they don't like doing that, that's what I've decided. They hate hooking up. They're just gonna kind of like keep the baby and no one will, find out unless like, I don't know, I hadn't thought this far into it. Do DNA tests exist in this world? Anyway, okay, we're gonna go back. Ad Hoc was born the son of an angel and a fire soul, but was abandoned. He met Coral. He was young. They formed a lasting friendship. And they kissed. Hooray. It soon became more romantic. Yes, gay relationships are okay here, by the way. What do I do? What am I doing? Okay.
Can you please delete your comment? Why? Because I don't like it. I could report you for harassment. Delete it. It's still there.
And interfere with his ruling and Ad Hoc enraged. Enraged.
Apply to a job if the salary isn't listed. Oh yes, you go, Gen Z. Gen Z essentially the beautiful of us combating like the bad horrifying experiences by just kind of not applying for it. It's beautiful. I think that was one of the most rewarding things when I graduated uni and I was a fresh grad.
See, this is what I mean by he overreacts. I mean, yeah, usually you don't kill the person you're dating. I don't know how this will happen, but what should we call the realm? Because it's got to have a name. Let's go back to Google Translate, my good old friend. Okay. Okay. I'm doing my Google Translating. I'm very good with this.
I mean, sure, it could be understandable. It's like, oh, hey, sorry, bro, I put it in the wrong address. Can you drive me one more block? That's like, okay, fine, whatever. But 20 minutes when the ride hasn't even started.
Oh, when did it become 2 words?
I mean, if that's the case, you can just show him your phone with, like, the ride, I suppose.
Let's see what this actually means, because this is 3 words. Part-time work. I'm gonna go with temporis. Temporis means time. Awesome. I spell it wrong. Demons and many hybrids. Animal forms. I already wrote that down. So that's like the background. I'm gonna change that background. I think I'll write more in like a second video, but I think that might be all for today. Because that's a pretty good amount of information, right? No, that is not correct. I would kill myself if I did that again. Alright. Yeah, I think this is good. We'll typo land. Temporis, more like typoris. Typo. Typoris. Yep. Don't think that's a word. But yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll probably work more on the general plot to like whenever I get the time. So bye. Have a good day.